Okay, I'm going to do a quick movie. If you have a Gen 1 Tacoma V6 3.4 liter, I happen to have a double cab, and you're getting some evap check engine lights, p0456, and you smell a little bit of gas when you get out of your cab on a warm day, chances are you're going to have what I've found, and I guess a lot of people are finding, is basically a evap leak at a seal on the top of the tank. So I put a new OEM Toyota tank in here and a new filler neck and new gaskets, and basically solved my problem. There was another evap small leak code, I forget what the number was. I just wanted to kind of save people a little bit of trouble if they do this swap. Just lessons learned when I did it. Here's my old tank, and you can actually see, let me zoom in, but you can kind of see where it was most likely leaking was around the access panel for the fuel pump and the sending unit. It gets pretty corroded under that rubber gasket. It could have also been under the check valve for the the rollover check valve or whatever that thing is in the center hole. That was fairly corroded too. This particular evap valve was a plastic valve, and I actually cut the tank to try and figure out how to get it out of there because I was twisting it and it didn't seem to release. And to save people some trouble, I was going to throw this tank out anyways. I probably could have salvaged it with some sealer and new gaskets, but I ended up, mail ordered a new OEM tank, so I ended up using it. But that valve is just a press fit, so if you run into that problem, just take a couple big screwdrivers and kind of pry it up and out. You can save that valve. I actually was able to save all the hardware off my old tank. I didn't use any special sealer on the Toyota doesn't recommend it. I just used the new rubber gaskets. If I had to do it over again, I probably would have sanded down these mating surfaces and got some really good gas tolerant sealer and new gaskets. I probably could have salvaged this particular tank, but over and all, it's in good shape. It's just getting that evap leak from the rusted mating surfaces there. It's probably the ethanol that they use in the gas probably causes the corrosion. Taking the tank out is pretty straightforward. I ended up, you can see a little access panel back here. Let me back up a little bit. Can't get a good shot of it. There's a little plastic panel you can actually pull the tab off of. It gives you access to some of the clamps. There's probably about 6 hoses that come down into that gas tank, so just be careful which ones you're taking off, and you may want to even label the ends. You're best off disengaging the filler neck and letting the tank drop down to get some of them off. Drop the tank down a bit to get the electrical connections off. Some of the other evap fittings and stuff you can get from underneath the truck with the tank fully up in the air. Basically drop the skid plate. There's a band in the back and a couple bolts in the front to take the drop the gas tank. So just trying to save people a little bit of time. I think when you get a p0456, first thing people do is get a new gas cap. I went that route, and if it persists and you smell that gas, it's probably coming from the top of your tank. So hopefully this will save people some time and effort. It's not an inexpensive fix, unfortunately. The tanks are fairly expensive, and so that's that.